Recognize Chairman Anchia to explain the bill.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the committee. We spent a lot of time on this committee discussing the grid and more specifically distribution and transmission. As this committee knows, Texas faces some pretty significant challenges in its electricity transmission infrastructure. And just to put it in context for people, between 2001 and 2004, congestion within ERCOT cost our constituents more than $7 billion, and that's just in 3 years. And those costs obviously are passed along in the form of higher electricity bills. To make matters worse, on September 6th of 2023, ERCOT initiated a level 2 energy emergency due to high demand, low wind output, and most importantly, transmission constraints in South Texas that limited the ability of power to move across the grid. These operating reserves dropped below critical thresholds, triggering industrial demand response. This should be of concern to businesses, residents, and to this legislature. And according to ERCOT's 2024 Regional Transmission Plan, the total congestion rent ERCOT experienced in 2023 was $2.3 billion, and total congestion rent in 2024 was about $2 billion. Congestion rent, members, is the difference between the amount paid by load and exports and the amount paid to generation and imports. The good news is we don't have to start from scratch in dealing with this issue. We've had policies that have been proposed in this committee to build more transmission and distribution, but there's also an opportunity to get more out of our existing system. We can promote transmission efficiency by leveraging technology that's already ubiquitous in the marketplace, including grid-enhancing technologies and high-performance conductors. If Texas spent more time implementing these technologies, we could squeeze about 40% more just from our existing infrastructure. And our decisions here, from a policy perspective, are not binary. It's not do grid-enhancing technology to get more out of the current system versus building more transmission. We need both. We absolutely need both. So the proposed legislation hopes to increase transmission capacity, increasing electric reliability, reducing congestion, and reducing, importantly, the risk of wildfire. So House Bill 5200, which is the byproduct of a bunch of stakeholder work, is a thoughtful approach by the marketplace to encourage ERCOT to evaluate and consider these grid-enhancing technologies and high-performance conductors in their annual regional planning process. ERCOT retains the discretion to decline recommending the use of these things where they do not make sense or are not cost-effective. The legislation also grants the PUC authority to adopt rules necessary to implement the policy. Mr. Chairman, thank you for giving me some of the committee's time to lay out House Bill 5200, and with your favorable consideration, I would beseech the committee the opportunity to close.
Members, are there any questions for Chairman Anchia? If not, we will give you the opportunity to close. And
Thank you,
move on
Madam
to
Chair.
public testimony.